Dawn Neufeld. We're talking all sorts of legal issues this morning, and so we wanted to leave some time to talk about the George Zimmerman trial.
Oh, yes.
It's so interesting. What we were talking about at first was, why is everyone snapping over there? What we were talking about at first is when the prosecuting attorney came out and did his knock-knock joke.
The defense attorney.
The defense attorney, I'm sorry, came and gave the knock-knock joke. You must have, along with every other attorney, thought, oh, please.
I was appalled.
Get him out and put me in the courtroom.
You've got a man who's literally on trial that may spend the rest of his life in jail.
Yeah.
And your opening statement, you tell a knock-knock joke?
Do they give y'all any education about that in law school about don't tell jokes
There's
when you're
something
defending
to be said for common sense.
Common sense, exactly.
And it was just
what do you think George Zimmerman thought when he's sitting there going, this is the guy that's defending me?
I was shocked, and I think most lay people were. The attorneys were like, "What is he doing?" But it kind of
and he was so bad at it.
And
that was the thing.
It was, those awkward moments.
Yeah,
it was
like
embarrassing.
Like it would have been like a slow clap.
So what have,
super awkward.
Aside from that, what have the other standout things from this week been for you?
Okay, so we're on day 15, if you include jury selection. And this case, you guys, has been unreal thus far.
I felt so sorry for this girl.
This poor girl, okay, so she is getting slammed, right? This is Rachel Gentile, and she's the one who was on the phone with Trayvon when the attack occurred or when the confrontation occurred. I think we can all come to a consensus that she may not be the smartest cookie in the bunch,
well, she's
right?
not the most educated. I mean,
Correct.
she openly said, I don't read cursive. I don't understand what it says, and it kind of made me feel bad for her because I think it'll backlash on the attorneys.
That defense attorney he offended me while I was watching it because he was talking down to this young lady who clearly has no history or experience testifying in court. They were attacking the fact that her statements were inconsistent, but she said, I think she's actually been very consistent, admitted to some of the things she has been untruthful about, but then has said, I told lies because I didn't want you calling me. I didn't want to get involved. But if her story is consistent, I was on the phone with Trayvon. He said someone was following him. They talked about how he can get away and what he needs to do. And then she heard Trayvon say, why are you following me? And at some point in time, she heard the words, get off me, get off me.
Yeah, and then there were other...
She heard cracker, too.
Well, correct. She was very explicit.
Okay, but here's the thing. That's the defense. His job is to tear her down.
Well, of course. And discredit her because they want to show that you're not credible. That's what they're doing right now.
But I wonder if that's going to backfire on him.
They don't say, oh, I don't want to go after her because, she's not educated.
No. I'm just saying that I wonder if that backfires because I wonder if the jury looks at her and goes, all right.
And feels sorry for her?
Yeah,
maybe not. Maybe the jury thinks she's lying. She admitted to lying before. She's already admitted that.
Right, and I get that, but I also think that she may come across as sympathetic. But the problem is, if this is your best witness, if this is the one who's supposed to be the voice for Trayvon, I think there's a little bit of trouble there. And listen, this is all about creating reasonable doubt.
You're right.
That's what the defense is trying to do here. The only person who knows what happened that is still alive is George Zimmerman. And what we've seen, even as recently as this morning, one of the guys who testified said it was George Zimmerman yelling, it was Trayvon Martin on top. Well, guess what? That completely conflicts everything the women testified to yesterday.
And then the other witness, is it Rachel something?
That's the young lady.
Yeah, who said that she heard a boy's voice.
Oh, yes, that was the neighbor, and she heard
it's all hearsay.
They're not hearsay because they're sitting there testifying, but it is their impression, and it's up to the jurors to decide who they want to believe. And when you've got this young lady who's admitted to lying, it makes it a little more difficult. Y'all, I think George Zimmerman is going to have to get on the stand.
What are the chances of that?
I think there's a good chance he may. He's going to have to tell his story. And problem is that, of course, opens him up to cross-examination. And those prosecutors are going to go in.
Aren't there 12 women jurors?
6.
6 women. So there's 6 women, 6 men.
No, 6 women, and they've got a whole...
There's only 6 jurors.
Right.
Okay, so how does that stack out without any men? Would you have rather had men and women on that case?
It can go both ways. We just don't know. We just don't know.
We're going to give our producers a heart attack if we don't go ahead and wrap and go to break because it's all in my ear.
But this will keep going, so I'll come back.
It sure will, and you'll come back too. Yeah.